Just ahead on Virginia Outdoor Life, we'll introduce you to a woman who doesn't think her place is in the home. It's in the woods, muzzle loading for whitetail. Plus, the striped bass in the bay are getting bigger. We'll show you how to catch them. And we'll get ready for quail season in Portland with a man who's been doing just that for over 50 years. Stay tuned. Virginia Outdoor Life is next.
Hello friends, and welcome once again to Virginia Outdoor Life for Saturday, December the 2nd. My name is Jim Hale, alongside the captain, Eric Burnley, once again. Hello, Captain.
Always happy to be here. How you doing?
I'm doing great. You know why? Because I'm one of those weird people that actually like it when the weather gets cold.
That would be weird.
Yes,
that would be weird.
I mean, I've been called weird for other reasons.
No, we won't go into that.
But this is because, you know, to me,
family show.
Right. To me, when I was a kid and it got cold, it was time to go hunting. Right. And you know, it's just, I'd rather go hunting when it's nice and cold out there.
That's true. Hunting is more comfortable in the cold than it is when it's hot and the bugs are biting and all like that. So right. Yes, cold weather is better for hunting, no question.
Yeah, and you just got a better chance with the deer moving around out there and all that kind of stuff. You
Gets
know, folks, you run into a lot of stereotypes associated with hunting, and one of the biggest is that it's just a man's thing to do. Well, we went out west to Broadnax, Virginia, and met a person who disproves that stereotype.
Here, you need to come put that sim on me. What I really like about it is not the kill and not just the hunt, but it's being out there. And all the animals you get to see, and just the quiet and the serenity of being out there by yourself.
7 years ago, Jane Barnes decided she'd find out what the fuss was all about. So after years of watching men head for the woods, she became a hunter.
Most of the men that I've run into, with the exception of just a very few, are more than willing to teach you and help you learn and share their sport with you.
Still, she had to prove herself, and that she did. Both deer she's taken went down with one shot.
If I'm going to kill something, I'm going to take the animal down. I'm not going to maim it or wound it. I'm going to take it down.
Get a drag system. And what this is dough and heat. It really stinks wonderful. Putting it on there.
Fine, sir.
And we kind of put this on Jane's leg.
I'm going to smell like a dough and heat.
It's just going to drag it right behind her.
And that's supposed to do what?
It'll bring a buck that's starting in rut to be very inquisitive and hopefully follow y'all in to your stand this morning.
This was the second day of muzzle loading season. Jane and boyfriend Terry Lacey headed for the woods at 5 a.m.
Good luck.
Good luck.
All right, turn around here.
Hold on. I'm going to hang myself going up the tree. All right. Thank you. Good luck. You get one too.
Just up a little bit ago, I put some buck here in that, so hopefully it'll attract. So hopefully we'll get one here for you guys today.
All right, dear.
All right, guys. Good luck.
This is one of my favorite parts, just sitting here being quiet and becoming one with the woods.
After 1 hour on the stand, Jane had seen or heard nothing.
Patience is paramount. You've got to be patient.
Shortly after 7 a.m., the area's dominant buck let her know he was there. Jane was ready, responding with her own buck grunt call to try and get a look. Just across the briar patch, Terry tried to get the buck's attention by rattling him in. Today, the buck won. He never showed himself, but as long as she's in the woods, it's never a wasted day for Jane Barnes.
I would have loved to have seen one step out, but I was where I wanted to be, doing what I wanted to be doing.
Oh, yeah, and we were out there at a great place. I want to thank John Oakes for letting us use his land out there. It was just a great place to be. And by the way, you know that buck that didn't show up? He showed up a week later, and he's now in someone's freezer.
But not the lady?
Yeah, the same one that we heard, I think.
All right.
From the same spot there. We got him.
Good.
Folks, sadly, we have some tragic news to tell you about this week. In case you didn't hear already, a local hunter lost his life recently in a hunting accident. On Thanksgiving Day, 15-year-old Timothy Russell of Suffolk fell from his tree stand while hunting just outside Suffolk in Whaleyville. His gun discharged. He was shot and killed. Tree stand accidents are among the most common and are usually easily avoided.
Always control the muzzle. If you hang on to it, you're better off. Sometimes you can't do that, but most times, at least when you got it hugging it, you know where it's going to go. It's not going to come at you.
You know, you think you're fairly athletic, but when you fall from 12 feet, there's no control. So boredom, stupidity, you got to keep your head about you out there.
Yeah, and both those gentlemen, hunting safety instructors, I took a hunting safety class with them. I cannot tell you folks enough. If you've never taken it, take the hunting safety class, even if you're a veteran hunter.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm going to retake mine because I went to hunt on a state park and found out I had to have an up-to-date card, and my card is long gone. I have no idea where it is, to show them before I could hunt on a state park. So I'm going to have to go back and retake it. I took it with my other son, Roger, years ago, but I didn't register. I just sat in on the course.
It's a great course,
Yeah,
folks. Yeah, find out about it, go for it, take it, give us a call. We'll tell you where you can go do it. Don't go away, though. We've got more Virginia Outdoor Life coming up when we come back. We'll take a look at the outdoor scrapbook and go fishing out in the bay where the rockfish are getting bigger and bigger. Stay tuned. Yeah, folks, as the weather gets cooler, the striped bass have been getting bigger and bigger. Tell me what that's all about, Captain.
Well, it seems like the ocean fish, the fish that have migrated up north to Maine and New Hampshire and Massachusetts, begin to come back down as the water gets colder, and then they congregate around the Chesapeake Bay, the mouth of the bay, around the bridge tunnel. Then they move on down to North Carolina if it gets real cold for them. So that's why the larger fish are here now.
That's why we see these monsters coming up in this piece right
well,
here.
They're not monsters, but they're bigger fish than what we had earlier, yes. And went out on the bay with my friend Richard Welton and my son Roger, and we had a pretty nice evening out there catching some nice sized striped bass. This afternoon, it's a beautiful fall, crisp afternoon out here, and we are working down the bridge, the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, between the 4th Island and the high level bridge. And we're trying to catch striped bass. The current is coming in, it's running real strong. Water is pretty clear. Water temperature is about 52 degrees, which is a good temperature for rockfish, so we should be able to find some. We've seen a couple caught, but we haven't caught any ourselves yet. On the back of the boat, we have Richard Welton. He's back there working the rods. Right now we have 3 rods over. One of them with a planer that's down real deep, one of them with a lead drail or trolling sinker, which is about at a medium depth, and then we have one working without any extra weight on it at all, trying to fish 3 depths and find out where the fish are located.
We're using a diving plug, bright colored diving plug, because it's still daylight. In the daytime, the fish will stay down deep. We got 2 different weights on and a planer, which really are not striped bass tackle. The planers generally use offshore, but in this deep water, 40, 50 feet of water, that'll get us down deeper than just a weight and a diving plug by itself. So we're at 3 different depths. As soon as we catch a couple fish at one depth, we'll switch another line to that depth. But right now, we're just trying to figure out where they are.
As we come in close to the pilings, Richard's in the back of the boat working the plug. You don't just stick the rod in the holder. You actually have to work it, and you let it swim in next close to the pilings, let the current carry it in there, and then bounce it off the pilings and work it on back out again. That's what he's doing there. He's working the plug right down the tube, right down the pilings rather. That's the one you've got to hold in your hand and actually fish it. You just can't let it sit.
There he is. Fish on. All right, Richard. No, you can put yours in the hole. Yeah, it's a big fish. Yeah, you got to kind of turn on it a little bit.
All right. All right. Yes. I guess we'll keep trolling for a few more minutes.
Hold him up for the camera and throw him in the box. Fish is prettier than you are.
That's for sure. Pretty fish, pretty fish.
Got it. Throw in the core.
Tip over here.
Another nice one, buddy. Another nice one. It's looking a little full. Wait a minute, let me throw the lights on, see what happens. All right. Okay. Still a little green.
Don't let him jump overboard now.
There you go.
Thanks, Not too long on the lights. Okay?
All right.
Well, it looked like you guys had some fun out there, Captain.
You,
Wow.
just right, just right. That was nice. That last fish was taken on a planer, by the way, with a Helco Trembler plug. So he'd changed plugs from what he was talking about earlier. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That Helco Trembler is a good plug. It does the job.
Hey, speaking of rockfish, the Virginia Marine Resources Commission held a public hearing earlier this week to set the dates for the 1996 striped bass season. Many commercial and recreational fishermen took the stand to express their ideas on the matter. When all was said and done, the VMRC decided to keep the recreational season and the commercial season the same in '96 as it was this year. As this year, well, they did make just one change. The commercial quota has been increased from 800,000 pounds per year to 1,300,000. And Captain, I know you were in attendance.
Oh yeah, we were there, and basically the season's going to be the same. We're going to have an ocean season, 28-inch minimum size, 2 fish a day. That'll be from January 1 to March 31st. Then we'll have a trophy season, May 1 to May 15th, a spring season from May 16th to June 15th, and then go back with our fall season, and that'll be from from October 17th to December 31st, same as this year.
Well, it certainly looks like everybody's been happy with the way things have turned out.
It's been working good.
Yes,
absolutely.
Hey, folks, those pictures just keep rolling in. We've got lots to show you as we take another look at the outdoor scrapbook.
First up is Tim Riley from Chincoteague, showing off a 25-pound jack crevalle caught in September off of Virginia Beach. He caught this trophy fish on his boat, the Life of Riley.
Next up, a father and son team. Jamie and David Holt of Isle of Wight County show off the bucks they bagged last season. They're both members of the Zuni Hunt Club.
Next page has Gene Halchins of Suffolk showing off 2 nice stripers he caught along the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel.
Next is Connie Easter of Virginia Beach. Connie caught and released this bass on the Perquimans River in North Carolina. She caught the 8-pound, 10-ounce fish on a spinnerbait.
And finally, John Harris of Virginia Beach shows off a 9-point buck taken on the last day of muzzleloading season.
All right, folks, we're going to come back in just a minute, and we've got a wonderful story for you about a man and his dogs. They've been hunting quail for a long, long time out in Southampton County, and we'll meet them right after this. Hey, thanks for staying with us, folks. Now, Eric, I know you've been fishing for a few years, but let me tell you something, buddy. You don't come anywhere close to the subject of this next feature when we talk about his particular sport.
Right. He's been doing a long time.
This guy is incredible. We headed out to Cortland, where we met up with Mr. Junius Pulley. He's been hunting quail there in Cortland for 55 years.
Game warden's gonna swear we're shooting. I know. I've been hunting 55 years at least. You got to be more adjusted to kill quail than anything that I know of. You can shoot a deer and you might kill him and you might not, but when you get to the point that you can really kill quail, then I feel like I've accomplished a little something in that regard. If you turn him around like, that's right, see what he's doing now? You kind of push him to sleep. This dog is not broke yet, but she'll go over there and point the bird and hold it for a certain length of time. Whoa, look, whoa! If the dog has got it in him, you don't have to do so much work.
Right.
But if it doesn't have it in him, it takes a pile of work to get one to point and backstand and retrieve. Well, I've been buying dogs and raising them for 20 years. Bought most of my dogs out of Alabama, L-Hue pointers, and they're good dogs. That's what this male dog is I got right there. He's 100% L-Hue. Close, close. Careful. Careful. There's one of them right there, Wave. Yonder go.
Flew right good, didn't it?
Yeah, it flies good. That's where the first one got up, I think. He's 8, 7, 8. Whoa, whoa, hold that dog, son. Whoa, whoa. Whoa! Whoa! She ain't gonna stop. Ain't that pretty though?
Yep,
Well, I enjoy it thoroughly, because in other words, I don't care a thing in the world about deer hunting. I don't have anything against anybody that does deer hunt. When you can take a stool and go out in the woods and sit down, and wait for 4 o'clock in the evening. That's all right. But my energy hadn't got that low yet. I hope it don't get that low too. If it does, I'm gonna be in a mess.
I don't think his energy.
A lot of truth in that.
I don't think his energy is in any danger at all.
I don't think we have any danger there at all.
By the way, we taped that story before quail season started. It is now, of course, quail season, Captain, and he's invited us to come up there and test our marksmanship, if you will.
I've been hunting quail not that long, but I have hunted them for a few years.
It is a challenge. It's a fun sport.
It's the dogs that make the sport. The birds are nothing. It's the dogs that make the sport.
You got it. Hey, it's a good thing you stuck around with us on Virginia Outdoor Life, because it's time for the hot product, and the captain's got them right here. What you got, Captain?
What these are, they're made by Custom Tops and Towers. And what you do with them is you put them in your rod holder in your boat, and instead of your rod going straight up and out the back, it goes out the side, which gives you a much bigger spread for a trolling pattern. So on an 8-foot beam boat like mine, you can troll 3 or 4 rods at this time of year for striped bass, rather than just trolling 2. So it gives you a lot more spread, allows your lures to work better. So they're horizontal rod holders from Custom Tops and Towers. Real quality workmanship. Everything they do over there is just right. And these are anodized aluminum, so they're very light.
All right, that's right here in Carrollton, huh?
Yep.
Okay, we got the crab pot here, Captain.
Dig in there.
All right, and we're just going to throw them around here a little bit.
Around, jump up and
down. Go ahead and grab one there for us.
Meeny, miny, I got that one.
All right, let's see who we got here. It is Tom Hines from Nassauwattucks, Virginia. That's got to be Eastern Shore.
Well, they got to have a boat over there. Can't get around. We should have pretty good fishing. Once again, Dr. Dwayne's got to help us out here. But we should have pretty good fishing for striped bass around all the tunnels, bridge tunnels, Hampton Roads, Monitor Merrimack, James River, any of the bridge tunnels. Possibility some big speckled trout. When the water, we're supposed to get a little warmer weather this week. Possibility of some big speckled trout around the second island of the bridge tunnel and out of Rudy Inlet. And the surf fishing down in North Carolina has been outstanding. Striped bass and speckled trout down there, and big king mackerel out of Cape Hatteras. So good fishing coming up. The season is nowhere near over, believe me. Everything is good.
And it looks like, just based on all the reports we've been getting in the pictures, that the deer hunting season is off to a super start, especially out in Isle of Wight County, and I can testify to that. I saw a friend of mine bag a huge 10-pointer out in Isle of Wight County just a few days ago.
All right.
So it's looking good, folks. That'll do it for this week. Until next week, we'll see you again out in the great outdoors.
Take 'em easy.